Kumsi benta ban Plie lat ya kinong senawan jong kejela bakin la ban penmi ya kawan ka bala sena na kisok kipai bat hak jo kapor ban penya yo yaki ka sarkar jela kala Plie ya ka North East Wine Incubation Centre ka badan hamau diang
Ya kini ke North East Fruit Wine Incubation Centre ke Nyngkong akatan jtai lam mingi la Plie do menteri rang ba kejelau Konrad Kongkal Sangma rengkat ke jingadon lang menteri ketenat excise uba kermen cela ke menteri ketenat kerep karyang i Dr. Amprin Lengdo bat kiwe-kiwe. Konrad Kongkal Sangma ulong bagi sarkar kelapan kre ya kamat rekam ban kentiu ya ki karkhana shna wine lagi so ki badan haga jela balapan kre ya kamat rekam ke bakerpang ke ban kentiu lang ya ka kam jung okai perthai karep karyang ke jing seng kam lajong ba ke jing thau kilat ai kam ai jam lang ba ke jing kentiu ki trai jela ki basna wine lagi so Ulapan pau ke jing kermen bah keleng ki jaka jung okai ki dukan ki badan ki jaka jung okai perthai wala da kim de ki dukan kiat Henry onla banyo ikni wine nakikat tukani kijaka jungokai bat on dan kam ya ka license bandi ka wine ka bapen mi hi de ki breu na kejela uloong bakani ka kam ka dei ka badan jinge dei bat ka tenat jungokai ka rep karyang ka jing thau kilat ai kam ai jam bat ka dei ka kabu ban Plie kalat ka bala syui beroskata menteri rangba ulapan pau ke jingkong san bandon ka rukam trekam bat ka jinga jingkershan ya kinong shna wine ha kejela.
This is now called the North East Fruit Wine Incubation Centre, an EFWIC. And this is the first of its kind. It's a model fruit winery. It's the first of its kind in the Northeast and probably in the country also because there's no such winery that has been set up by the government to train people. Most of the training wineries are in the private sector. But this is the first one that has been set up in the government sector. And it's been set up in the IHM, Institute of Hotel Management here in Shillong. And the IHM now in Shillong is the first winery in the country to have, so the first Institute of Hotel Management in the country to have its own winery where they will be teaching a full-fledged course on making wines. So it will be part of the also syllabus and they'll be issuing, they'll be conducting certificate courses. So right now those courses are being conducted by the Meghalaya Farmers Commission, but going forward from now on, there will be the IHM will be doing the trainings for winemakers and other students. So the objective why we set up this winery here was two things, because you see we are a Farmers Commission and we are related concerned and related directly to the welfare of farmers. And as you know, wine and food, these are the end products of farmers' production. Farmers produce the raw material, it is converted into food and is converted into wine. So it's the final closure of the loop. You know, we're closing the loop. So this is the last stage. So we talk a lot about farm to fork and farm to table. So this is a perfect example of that concept where farmers produce like pineapples, oranges, ginger, plums, pears, peaches, all these are converted into wine for final consumption. So what happens is that as per our data, we are seeing that on an average, each winery is spending around 2.5 to 3 lakh rupees per season just to buy fruits. And many farmers are actually producing fruits specifically for the winemakers.
Many people have been involved in making the local fruit into wine. And this particular process was not legalized and a proper policy was not in place. So what we did was, in order to promote the local winemaking industry and also to support the farmers whose products normally would go to waste because they would not be able to sell it in the market, and hence processing it and making it into wine would help the farmers. So keeping these 2-3 objectives in mind, and obviously to get a brand for Meghalaya in terms of tourism also, we had decided that we will legalize the local fruit winemaking industry. And based on that, we came out with a policy where the registrations will take place and licenses will be given to the winemakers, but at a very nominal rate. And the process also is something that we would want it to be very, very simple. But then there were some hurdles that were mentioned by some of the officials, and hence I was referring to those hurdles that were there. But the registration has to be done because that's the way we will ensure that quality control is there. A list of all the people who are producing is always maintained, and obviously a process of registration so that they are legalized. So those aspects will be there. But say suppose you have to pay 1 lakh, 2 lakh to start some other excise program. The amounts here are in hundreds of thousands of rupees only, maybe a few thousand. So it will be very, very nominal. So that's the whole idea. But registration is compulsory. Otherwise, we will not be able to track and will not be able to certify the particular manufacturer, and hence that process will be required.
Kasorkar jela haunai luar kesenam arhajar arpau kalapan kelai ke Meghalaya excise rules Assam excise rules ka kendai sepak saupusan lengba kejeng penmena pat ba hak arp kendai trik unai luar arhajar arpau man itu no dagaan ya kejeng penmi ba kejeng de ya ka wine ka belasna hayeng lengba ka license ban ailat ya kinok shna wine bakin shnai ka wine ban yo ban penyak yo kajing temu jong sarkar jela kam dai tang na kebenta ban kentiu ki karkhana shna wine ka jela ndai kan ajing mentoi ru ikinong rap kinong jung okai perthai bad ikinong seng kam la jong ki badan ka jela kajing Plie pat ya kene ka Wine Incubation Centre kadai de kajing temu ban la ban penmi iki wine ki bakerpang rengkat bad ban pedurlong ya kajing temu ban penlong ya ke Meghalaya kum kenong ba jong kajing shna wine na kiso hakari India
Kerteng juga ada kersan Kevin Pasa, jangan ni peran ni ru ai Kevin wine, ada ngidon argun, ide husband and wife, ngada Kevin, but ide Shillong kerteng Mustang tinggi ai Kevin. Jangan ni wine kada musnah ya po Shillong ni, kalau job wine competition ru, senam arhajar arpui, cherry blossom. But ni kada first wine ban showcase but sell outside the state. Adil hi la arsin ta kada first kada ha badai kalian age bedap first anniversary but ha pineapple festival te haduk menta ka respond ni customer ka buni ka demand kemur but ka production kadang long duna ta mre haduk menta ki bru kla kami chu ka ni wine te ling kini so ngiyo ni ya ni ayu lang wat kinong rap dan ling lang wat kinong rap lah ini magilang yarap kinong kaya sedang ikan ni kawan mensna ada yang for COVID time apa arhajar alpo last 2020 te bagi farmer kim laban di so tinggi sedang eksperimen sak lihat in the IT different family and friends tinggi bang sedang buat ayu pat compete
as of now there is no barring as such in terms of that. People are selling in different programs here and there, but yes, because the policy is not very clear whether you can or not, we would start off by at least ensuring that in hotels and different tourism locations that we are able to make it accessible to tourists and promote the wine and certain locations and certain shops. So we will explore and in a phase-wise manner go, because the accessibility of such products has to be there, especially in tourist locations. And because that's the idea, we would want tourists to take back these kind of wines to their home and showcase it and talk about the wine industry in Meghalaya also. And that's the whole purpose of doing this. And yes, we will, in a phase-wise manner, by taking all stakeholders into confidence, we will slowly move forward and see how we can make it more accessible. It is only for the local fruit wine industry made by the local winemakers out of the local fruits that we produce.
Kiladon Henry Puprangut hakakan huan ke Nyngkong kibala pendap eka Wine Appreciation and Wine Making Certification Course kabla sedang nadu ujeliau hadu unaitung arhajar arpulai kat bah hakawat kebaar kiladon arpsangut kebeliau jing hikai ha unailar kumta hadu menta kini kibeliau jing hikai barok kidon kendai pulai ngut ban snai ka wine yakni ka Wine Appreciation and Wine Making Certification Course la penlong da ka MFEC da kejing temu ban kentiu ki trai jela ki badan ka sap ha ka ban snai ki wine tenrai syaka wine kat kum kejuk ke bementa ban penti kena ba rukom long jangka wine ke bapen mi na jela ka de ka be hap kerdan bat ki wine ki bapen mi ha keleng ki jela bat ha keleng kiri ke perthai
di benta ni layo license sudah macam senam di of course kita kita formalities menyiapkan pendap ban brand registration ni gitu di nadu bagi yo license di long kala kham improve haga ni ga business iru benta pe delada registration delada yo ka license ni la ban bu hakis wine stores di kan ni ga di production kan lang ye di be na ying di long laki batip ma ki la ban wan thiet nangi de benta pada pengala ban bu apa wine stores lo kata ru na tragidan ki kolik sini ki bala la ban bu ki Taj hotel ni 5-star hotel so layo mo exposure kan tinda bagidan mo exposure da baka ki items jangi ki products jangi ki dan haki dukan more people can buy them di long ka business jong ni ru ka la kham la don ka ta ka boost.
Incubation Center, the purpose of Incubation Center is to provide technology, training, capacity building, and to some extent allow the technology to be used by the entrepreneurs. It's not some place where the production necessary will be the focus. The focus is really to create that ecosystem and a platform and a location where the winemakers can come and test, try, learn on how to make wine and how to maintain quality of wine. And this is just that. That's the purpose of an incubation center.
Kadai kata namar bapet ko minta tilong ba hidang ya nyempadan hidukan na jong beros kerta ye dan betong mingisna gini wine through ye khot bet gini ki daily wage difference. Tang ba minta baga license peden da bak la bon ka demand nyempan se yin hab ye khot bet yin hab dan bet ki permanent employees di long ki ban ya na ki wines da ki jong ki ban promote ki wines jong ni da ki jong nang ta ki ban represent ni ka brand jong ni menta pe ki dan ki na ma ki la ban yarap yang ni ru ni la ban yarap ki da ba ai ki so I think kayarap pun ba ya ka yun hindi tang ya ngi bangin yo long alom ka kam jong ni mo kadi ka income jong ni tilong ni la ban ai lang kini yo lat ki pi ya ka bangin yo income tang ni.
See, right now we have 10 licensed wineries, but we have 60 winemakers. Okay. As I said, that each winery is spending around about 2 to 3 lakhs of investment in buying the fruits. You multiply that by 100, comes to a couple of crores. If we can scale this up to about 100 wineries, then farmers don't need to look for a market anyway. It's very simple economics. On an average, some wineries spending about 3 lakhs, 5 lakhs. But each farmer is getting around Soyong farmer is getting around 15,000 per tree. So it depends. But yes, if you have skills, easily all this production of fruits will be taken up by the wineries. That we have no doubt.